It's another day, the sun is shining. Got to know what's going on around you. Wake up, it's the time to motivate your mind. Come with me, let's make this moment brighter. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Come on and wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Hey.
Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise. Happy Independence Day, Bahamas. Celebrating our 50th independence. So happy you're up with us dead early on the most marvelous Monday we can think of. My name is Mark Daniels.
And I'm Gabrielle Gardner, and a happy 50th Independence Day to you.
To you and all of you, we hope you had a wonderful week leading up to this 50th Independence Day. There was lots of events happening over the weekend, lots of colors and food and music and big celebrations. I'm still trying to recover, but today is our day and we're so excited. What are you going to do today, Gabrielle, to stamp Independence Day?
I think, well, first of all, I have to little Kate some comforters.
Yeah.
In honor of the moment. And then, of course, I have to find my way to the beach. Because is it a real holiday in the Bahamas if you don't go to the beach?
I am ready to be on the beach, get some sand on my toes, might have a little sky juice, you know, and you could have it leaded or unleaded, it's your choice. But it's Independence Day, so we must do all things Bahamian, and we're here at the lovely cruise port development in downtown Nassau. Very excited you're here with us, and we're going to have a great show for you today. We're going to be talking to the CEO of the Nassau Cruise Port, Mike Mora, about this exciting redevelopment. And we're also going to be talking about the shopping in the Port Plaza area. We're going to check those out. And we're also going to be talking to Ed Fields about the state-of-the-art Amphitheater here on the cruise port grounds.
We're also going to check out the art exhibition at the Gallery and Wine Bar. And musician Fred Ferguson is going to join us to talk about Bahamian music and culture. But first, we'll check on weather with Godfrey Burnside.
Weather at Sunrise, brought to you by NUA, the hands-on agency.
Thank you, Gabrielle, and good morning, Bahamas. Happy Independence, Bahamas, in your first look at the weather at sunrise. Weak high pressure system that dominates across the island still have some Sahara dust lingering around the northwest and central Bahamas, so you can expect 1 or 2 showers during the daytime and for the most part on the dry side. A lovely day in store weather-wise. Today, partly sunny, hot and humid. 1 or 2 showers or possible thunderstorm by afternoon. High temperature 91, heat index 104. Tonight, partly cloudy sky, chance of a few nighttime showers. The low temperature going down to 77 degrees Fahrenheit. And some regional highs and lows across the Caribbean, Barbados 87 and 78. In Jamaica, 92 and 81. In Trinidad, 88 and 76. And the Turks and Caicos Islands, 91 and 76. Across North America, Atlanta, 85 and 69. In Boston, 75 and 69. In Miami, 94 and 79. Dallas, Texas, 102 and 80. And Toronto, Canada, 79 and 65. As you go to the week, high pressure continues to be the dominant feature. And so therefore you can look at 1 or 2 showers in the afternoon. Still hot though, some very hot temperatures during the next several days. Temperature daytime will be in the lower 90s, at night time in the upper 70s. That puts a wrap on your first look at the weather sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to the show.
Thank you, Godfrey. The newly revitalized Nassau Cruise Port is a $300 million transformative project and is now officially open for business. And we're here on the grounds today to look at all of the beautiful things they have going on. Here to tell us more about this is Mike Mora Jr. He is the CEO of Nassau Cruise Ports. Good morning and welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning, and happy 50th anniversary, Bahamas.
Yes, happy 50th independence. We're celebrating all day. We just got the energy going. You know, when we're done, we have to go get ourselves some conch salad.
There you go.
And get ourselves a sky juice, right? We definitely need
frozen.
it. Yeah, there you go. Definitely frozen. But thank you for joining us this morning. It's such a beautiful grounds, and it's such a pleasure for us to be here. Explain to us the extensive work that has been done to the piers and how this has increased and improved capacity here at the port.
Sure. So if you consider our project, essentially it has 2 components, one being the marine side And when people, hear about how we had in February of this year, we had 28,554 passengers, that's a lot of people.
Yes.
And that was only achievable as a result of the construction of a new 6th cruise berth. So as part of this marine construction, we would have built a new berth moving to the east.
Mm-hmm.
We can put 2 Icon-class ships on that northern berth, berths 5 and 6. We would have stripped the surface of all of our marine piers and berths. And the purpose of that exercise was that, as we look around and see our visitors, we recognize that, a good percentage of them are elderly, a good percentage of them are in need in some type of mobility assistance, wheelchairs, scooters, and the like. And so we're one big flat surface. And so it just makes it easy for people to get around. As part of the construction, you would have seen also the construction of ferry piers, and this is to support water taxis and marine tour excursions. About 1.3 million people will actually take some form of water transportation after arriving in Nassau.
Wow.
And historically, that 1.3 million people would have gotten onto that water vessel. They would have gone someplace else, like Salt Key or Rose Island or Atlantis or something like that, and they would have been returned to the cruise pier, having never actually touched Nassau.
Right.
So what we also did was we built a west marina. So those vessels will depart from the east, but when they return, they're arriving in the west. And what that does is it allows these visitors to actually see more of Nassau.
Great.
Because we're not putting them right next to the ship. So that's a big improvement over the historical infrastructure that existed. We also extended berth number 1, which allows us to have 3 Icon-class ships in port at the very same time. So from a total count perspective, we went from pre-construction with a maximum capacity of about 20,000 passengers to well over 30,000 passengers on a given day. This December, we have, I think it's 14 or 15 days in December where we have 6 ships in port. So we're going to likely do 600,000 passengers in the month of December alone. And that's all about the improvements we've made to marine infrastructure.
But it definitely seems like an investment that was worth it. And we've been talking about the marine infrastructure, being able to move around on the water, move from the ships to the ferries. What about on the grounds themselves? What has changed? What's featured here on the grounds? I see there's some stores. We talked about the amphitheater, but what else is here on the grounds for people to explore and enjoy?
Yeah, I think our reality, collective reality, has been historically that all governments have been challenged with maintaining national assets. And we found that here at Prince George Wharf with Festival Place and other facilities that existed on the port. And pre-construction, we would have seen facilities that were literally falling down around our visitors, as well as the Bahamians that actually worked at the port. And so what we did was we knocked all those buildings down and we constructed a new arrivals terminal. And that new arrivals terminal will be the first substantive building that our visitors see. I mean, very few people know that Nassau Cruise Port is the single largest tourism gateway into the Bahamas. Yeah, so 2019 was that record year of 3.85 million passengers. This year, we're going to do well over 4.2 million. Next year, we're going to do well over 4.6 million. So those folks are going to be accessing the facility through that arrivals terminal. That arrivals terminal is home to the port department. We have security agencies. We have the Royal Bahamas Police Force, the Royal Bahamas Defense Force. We have health facilities. We have our offices. We have Ministry of Tourism. We have the ISPS coordinators because we are a restricted international port. Yep. But as you've passed through that, then the first major facility that you're going to see, or experience, I should say, that you're going to see would be the Junkanoo Museum. And that opened on July 6th. Fantastic celebration. Everyone was so excited. Yes. The fact is that it, elevates Junkanoo in terms of highlighting our Junkanoo heritage, our culture. They've done amazing exhibits within the space, the multimedia experiences and so forth. Everyone entering that space is going to say, wow. That experience, there will be a fee assessed to visitors that are going through it, because obviously we need to pay for the facility. Exactly. But in terms of school field trips and the educational component to our young Bahamians, they'll obviously be able to access the facility on a scheduled basis for free. So we look forward to that.
Awesome.
But we have positioned our culture right at the front door
love it.
of these, 4.3 million passengers that we're going to have this year.
I love it.
Yeah.
So how has the cruise industry responded to the redevelopment of the Nassau Cruise Port and everything that's here being offered?
Oh, it's wow. I mean, they have, during that May 26th grand opening where we had the ceremony and you had each of the top 5 cruise brands or lines rather standing on stage, they all said that, Nassau has set the benchmark. We have set the standard for cruise port experiences and facilities within the region, within the entire Caribbean.
And so the cruise port is open for locals, as you've mentioned. What type of experiences do you want to encourage our viewers, our local viewers, to come and see, feel, do, taste, touch, all of that?
No, a great question. We felt that recognizing again, and you're probably tired of me saying this, but recognizing that Nassau Cruise Port is the single largest tourism gateway to the country, we said to ourselves, what better place to feature our Bahamas. And so what you'll find within this space is that we have, positioned front and center Bahamian artisans, Bahamian culture, heritage, manufacturing. We've got about 40 small entrepreneurs that are all operating in the space. So, after you would have made your way from that Junkanoo Museum, you'll encounter them. We have about 10 F&B spaces that entrepreneurs are operating. But again, there's a lot of authentic jewelry, straw, apparels, and so forth. You continue moving into the space, you come to our Port Plaza, and there you have the likes of House of Assembly. I don't know if you've gone into her store.
I'm wandering around bit by bit. I didn't get past the gelato.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Well, it's exciting, and it's all upscale product.
Yeah.
And then we have Bahama handprints. We have My Ocean. We have Bahari, and we have others that are in this space. But again, we're featuring our Bahamas. We're featuring that talent, that artistry. We are open to the public. As they come in, they are going to be embraced by our Bahamas. The entertainment, at the back of me, we have our amphitheater.
Yep.
And so programming Bahamian artists through that space. The fact is that people always want a new experience. And so these spaces these commercial operators are going to be featuring something new and special, but it's the music that will be there every day, and specifically on weekends where it'll be changing and evolving. And it's a platform. We've already had a number of Bahamian artists saying that there is no other platform in the country because it is first class.
It is.
And people love it.
Such a wonderful facility, and there's so much to do for both the visitors and locals, as you've mentioned. Tell us the importance of the redevelopment of the Nassau Cruise Port to the national development of the Bahamas, and more importantly, the economy of the Bahamas.
Well, with that 4.3 million passenger as the backdrop, climbing to what we believe will get close to 5 million. And given the many news stories around our, national financial circumstance, it's significant that this development is attracting the additional people, the additional visitors that will be spending money. It's also, I believe it's going to also be a magnet for pulling folks out of Bahamar and pulling folks out of Atlantis into the space. And they're all bringing money that they would have brought with them. And so from a tax receipt perspective, from an economic generator perspective, I think it's going to serve the country well. I think the government will realize an increase in tax receipts as a result of this investment, just because of more people will be using and experiencing and visiting it.
Right.
I also see it as there's been so much talk historically about downtown and the need for a revival around downtown. It is our capital city, and if we can serve as a catalyst to improve our downtown product, then, we're going to see greater economic activity specific to downtown as well.
Yes.
Not just here on our footprint.
Yes.
So I think it's going to be very impactful.
This just highlights the importance of the Nassau Cruise Port to our national development, all the work that has gone into this and what is to come. So we would like to thank you for giving us your time this morning on Independence Day, highlighting everything you've done here with the redevelopment of the Nassau Cruise Port. There's so much going on. We can't wait to walk around and see it and experience it on our own, locals and visitors alike. So thank you again. I think we need to go shopping, right?
You have to go shopping.
We'll go shopping right now.
With an ice cream
There you go.
and a frozen Sky juice.
I love it.
All right.
Well, thank you again, Mike Morrow Jr., CEO of Nassau Cruise Port. Thank you for joining us this morning on Bahamas at Sunrise. And thank you for allowing us to be here.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. Happy Independence, Bahamas!
The newly opened Nassau Cruise Port has assembled some of the finest Bahamian stores in their Port Plaza area for an authentically Bahamian shopping experience. A few of the stores include House of Assembly, My Ocean, World of Greycliff, and Bahama Handprints.
So we've been open since 1966, and it started by 2 local Bahamians. And we have over 160 prints, all designed by Bahamians. So all of our fabrics, all of our clothing, and our bags are all prints that are designed by Bahamians only. So for our clothing, they're all made here in Nassau at our Harbor Bay location. So once the fabric is printed and cured, then we would actually take it upstairs to our cutters and sewers, and then they would be constructed right there on site at our Harbor Bay location. For our bags, we also have a wide variety in the styles and colors. So there's a lot to offer for our bags, for fabric, and everything else that we have here.
My Ocean, which is created by Tanya Clanaris, she's a designer and artist, and it was really about her sharing, her story, being Bahamian, and also connecting with people. So we really want to connect with people when they come in. So you're getting a cultural heritage experience of the Bahamas, and we want to connect you to it. So it's really about, think about our islands of the Bahamas and how we connect together, and the ocean binds us together. And this is My Ocean, and so My Ocean is everyone's story. So when you come into My Ocean, meet our people, our team. It's about meeting them and finding out their Bahamian experience and why they're Bahamian and what makes Bahamian. And then take a look at our products. And our products will then, they're basically reflecting, and they infuse the smells, the colors, the shapes, the textures, and the spirit of the Bahamas. So when you come in, there's soaps. We have beautiful soaps, all different colors and smells. We have ceramics that are, all done handmade in the studio down here. We have our spa collection, and so you can come in and you'll get a sense of what the Bahamas is through our products.
This is our flagship location. It's currently our only retail location in the Bahamas for House of Assembly, which is a luxury lifestyle brand centered around handcrafted Bahamian products. Currently, our main items are accessories, which is what we're known for. Our printed accessories, all of our prints are done in-house, and we are known for our signature colors. So like, for example, our banana leaf print, our hibiscus print, and then we also have a newly released pineapple print as well for independence.
So the World of Greycliff embodies everything that Greycliff produces. So we have a World of Greycliff tree that has, if you look at it, it has the cacao beans for chocolate, the tobacco leaves for cigars, and the grape leaves for wine. Here at Greycliff, we make everything on property, we make everything local, and so when you walk into the store, it has everything Greycliff. Again, it has our chocolate, our beautiful decadent chocolate. It has our cigars, and we have a roller that rolls fresh cigars, and we also have our wines that we make here as well.
The authentic Bahamian merchandise is very appealing to visitors and locals.
People that come in that are quick, like here, they get quickly amazed, and we'd love for them to stay a little longer. But they have a lot of places to go. But it's I think they're amazed by kind of what was created, and I think that they get into the ceramics and they see seat fans with the coral bowls and stuff like that. They start going, oh yeah, and then the different colors. So I think we offer that to them.
So I think our products and our brand shares our culture in a new way. So typically I feel as though everything, it's very logoed Bahamas, it's very logo centric and it's very typical, but I feel as though our designs vary in that it expresses the Bahamian culture, but in a very minimalist and modern way. So for example, we incorporated into the colors that we use, the prints that we use, they're a bit more delicate and abstract rather than, kind of in your face. Our top sellers to date are definitely our tote bags. Women love them because they're the perfect size, either as a carry-on, or a lot of corporate women use them, such as lawyers, doctors, kind of as their go-to carry-all for work, because it's great for carrying, a lot of different things. And I would say second to that would be our pouches, and then our espadrilles, which people seem to love.
Tourists are responding phenomenally. They love the colors, the prints, and the fact that it's made locally is something that they truly love. We've had a lot of good feedback on all of our products. For the products here, we've been getting a lot of clothing purchases at our other locations for Bahamians. They love to be able to say, okay, this is Bahamian made. This is something that is part of our heritage. We've been open since 1966, so this is truly Bahamian. Our bags are often a great hit for many Bahamians. We've been having a lot of Bahamians come in, they do them as gifts as well as for personal items as well.
So the response that Grey Cliff gets from all of our visitors is absolutely phenomenal. You know, we've recently launched a couple of years ago our Chocolatini brand that I didn't mention it previously, but that brand is where we serve decadent chocolate drinks. It's made from 100% chocolate, whether that's milk or dark, and it's mixed with an ice cream base, and it's absolutely delicious. Besides that, the kids and adults, and you can also make it an adult drink. You can add a shot of rum to it, whatever you would like. But besides that, I think the response that people get from this is, you know, it's mind-blowing. They are just mesmerized by all of the things and the products that Grey Cliff has to offer and that can be made here in the Bahamas.
Merchants are enthusiastic about this new innovative space.
I think the port presents a very unique experience, not just for visitors, but for Bahamians as well. To date, I don't know of any location in the Bahamas that has kind of gathered all of these luxury Bahamian, authentic Bahamian brands in one place. And then again, it's not just the 5 largest stores. There's an art gallery, there's Bahamian food, there's Bahamian entertainment. So I think it's a very unique experience, not just in terms for shopping, but for entertainment and culture as well.
I mean, how many public spaces do we have? I mean, you know, so I mean, I think this is amazing that they're offering it to the, you know, to our public, and that, you know, I'm even able to come out here, you know, we can enjoy some music and we can see everything. I don't know. And I think it's important for, you know, all cultures to come together. So I don't know. I just think we should come out here and see what we have to offer, you know? Being like, you know, it's hard to be a part of our cultural heritage and what it is. You know, people think it's just Junkanoo and everything else, but no, it's about our natural landscape. You know, it's the elements of the Bahamas, and so we're trying to show that here.
I would encourage Bahamians to come out and visit the Nassau Cruise Port, and especially Grey Cliff, simply because it's a part of our culture. If you look around, the design, the architect, and all of the products that we offer here, it embodies what the Bahamas is, right? Like some of the restaurants that's about to be open, some of the things that we do. If you look at some of our paraphernalia, some of our shirts, they're all embodying everything Bahamian. So everything's locally made, everything tastes delicious, everything's beautifully made, and it's just a fun atmosphere. It's family friendly, or if you just want to come out with a couple friends, it's a great opportunity to just hang, chill, and get to really know what Nassau Cruise Port is.
So come and enjoy the authentically Bahamian shopping experience at the new Nassau Cruise Port.
Hey Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while dealing with my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been? Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage a claim.
Oh? By the way, it's not newer. It's NUA. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
So the push-to-talk device is a beautiful device. It operates on our world-class cellular network. You can take pictures, you can take videos, you can put your persons in different groups. If they want the engineering team to have a different communication than the finance team or the security team, you can do that with the push-to-talk device. And that's not something that you can actually do with a regular communications radio device. We have several different types of devices. There's the 380, the 580 plus, and then there's the 590 plus, which is the top of the line device.
The islands of the Bahamas. Fly away.
Welcome back. As we celebrate our 50th year of independence, it is impossible to talk about who we are as a people without talking about our music and culture. Here to talk with us about this is Fred Ferguson, renowned Bahamian musician and producer. Good morning, Fred, and
Good
welcome
morning.
to Bahamas, etc.
Well, thank you so much. It's good to be here.
So, in light of our 50th year of independence, why is it so important that we define our culture and our identity?
Simply put, culture is everything that you are, everything that you do in your specific geographical location. So 50 years in, at least by now, as an independent country, we should have identified ourselves enough that we should be proud to celebrate exactly who we are as a people. And so with that as a backdrop, I think that makes this the most important celebration we have for this time that we're here now.
You know, you mentioned defining who we are in specifics, and that brings me to my next question, because I feel like it's been debated over the years. But what is the official music or genre of music of the Bahamas?
You know, sometimes that's a question that's called like fighting words.
Yes.
Because most of the younger musicians have claimed that anything recorded by a Bahamian is Bahamian music. Secondly, it annoys me when we're in a group of people speaking, we go, give me some reggae, give me some soca, and then some Bahamian music. Because it's as if we have not defined what the name of our music is. I am a part of the Orange Economy Subcommittee that had meetings and recommended to the government that we should name the umbrella music title for our music Gombe, with the substrates being rake and scrape, Junkanoo, and our folk music. Because if you look at what reggae is, you have reggae, but you have dancehall and ska and rocksteady and so forth. And we also believe that even though Gombe might not be considered a rhythm, it's such a marketable term. You know, we have the Gombe Punch and the Gombe logo with the festival, and you stuck it on your suitcase when you came through customs. So it's something that we could market.
Yeah.
And now then we have something to talk about. You say, give me some reggae, give me some soca, and now give me some Gombe. So even though we have not officially done that, even though it's been talked about and debated from the 70s to now, I think this is a perfect time for us to make that determination and call it clearly.
Would you say that we are enjoying 50 years of independence from a cultural perspective or in the cultural arena?
I don't think so. I mean, I hope it doesn't make me appear unpatriotic, but I think we're at the place now where we should make year 50 year one. There have been some good points, you know, and we should take from that first ball of 50 the good things that happened and start over again while we're at this juncture. There are a number of things we have not defined that, you know, clearly the music is one of them. Lots of our kids don't know our national anthem, you know, so there are so many things that we could do that we could maximize even more than we're doing now to be even more proud. So to put that in one short answer, I don't think we have done enough at this stage of the game to really show who we really are as Bahamians at this period.
So let's say that we do, you know, put those ideas to work and really start to work on investing in our culture. What is your vision of entertainment and music in the Bahamas?
Well, I firstly think that we need a separate Ministry of Culture. Let's start with that. If any of our administrations first see the importance of the definition of the word culture, which is everything, the way we build our roads, the way we angle our houses to get the maximum breeze coming through, what we put in our curriculum, how we dance, how we speak. You know, we should be proud of all the dialects we have. Governor's Harbor is separate from Palmetto Point in dialect. Lovely Bay Acklands is different from Chester's Acklands in dialect. So all of these things that make us individual from every place else, a Ministry of Culture, not an appendage to youth and sports, not an appendage to education and. A Ministry of Culture, I think, should be the umbrella ministry that defines everything that we do. And everything else comes off of that. Tourism will be defined by what it is that we want to market to the tourist. The education will be defined of what our curriculum should be about our history.
Yeah.
The music and dance will be the way we skull and the way we rake and scrape and the way we hand clap and sing our gospel, not the new praise and worship thing we got now. And so there are so many things that we could have that happen if we just take the chance to understand why the Ministry of Culture should be should be an important ministry.
Now, you've done incredible work over the years in terms of representing and creating Bahamian music. What are some of the things that you're doing abroad to represent the Bahamas?
You know, I'm a board member of the Central Alabama Caribbean American Organization, CACAO, and that's only by chance by me living between here and there. And my brother and I, we're the sole representatives of the Bahamas in that thing now. And so recently we've had our festival on June, the 10th of June, and for the first time ever, I was able to get Junkanoo there.
Wow.
The Atlanta Junkanoo group came, and so being the sole spokesperson in the group, I speak loud. I let them know where I'm from. I'm from the Bahamas, and so they all know that I'm a proud Bahamian, and whatever I can do to make sure that we are represented in that region and everywhere else that I go, I make sure that I do that.
So as a musician, I know off camera, before we got started, I saw you checking out this beautiful amphitheater that's behind us.
Yes.
What do you think of this venue as a potential venue
This
for
is unbelievable. This is my first time here, and I was just saying to one of your other co-workers that some years ago when the Junkanoo Museum was out here, we had attempted to put on a native show that would have been in the same location pretty much, that allowed the tourists to come right off the cruise ship and be a part of the Junkanoo community with the rush out 3 times a day. And we couldn't get it done because of the security, etc. Now we're in the cruise ships.
Yeah.
Basically, we're sitting right on the lap of the cruise ships. So that's progress, I suppose. And so this is beautiful. I think it has room to grow, but I think it's going to be all right.
So I know that you have a special project. So what can we expect from that? And what song are we going to hear in just a few minutes?
Well, I did a project first that was called Fresh Paint, which still gets a lot of airplay with Bangali and, those songs that I did, Funky Nassau and Spence for the Soul, because I'm a big fan of Joseph Spence. So everything I do is a tribute to him. And that was called Fresh Paint. So I'm working on a new project that's now probably going to be called Another Coat of Paint. Not another. Another.
Yes.
It's my Bahamian thing coming out there. And that has been in the works for way too long. I've just released one single that's called Drink a Fifth of Beethoven, which is the fifth of Beethoven done rake and scrape Junkanoo style. So I'm still working on that. The challenge is, as all musicians in our country, 50 years in, it's difficult for us to get funding to do the projects the way that we want. But that is in the works. And what you're going to play today is not from that project, but it's one of my tributes to Joseph Spence. Recently, I took the liberty on Sunday afternoon to just play some hymns on my guitar a la Joseph Spence and place them on Facebook. And every Sunday people have been begging me, do more, do more.
Yeah.
They don't know the amount of work it took me to try to be Spence.
Absolutely.
So this song I think you're going to play is Glad Reunion Day, Fred Ferguson / Spence trying to do. And I hope that people understand that I don't sound exactly like Spence, but this is my tribute to hymns and my parents and my heritage, being born in Acklands and growing up on an island where we sang lots of hymns. And so,
well, I'm sure it's going to be a treat for both myself and everyone who's watching. But first, I want to say thank you for joining us this morning on Bahamas.
Well, I appreciate you having me, and happy Independence, Bahamas.
Yes.
For whatever reason we got to celebrate, let's maximize it.
And now we can all celebrate to the tune of Glad Reunion Day in the style of Joseph Spence by Mr. Fred Ferguson.
Meet Leno, your bridge to the future. Wealth planning, investments, corporate services, trust services, pension administration, fund administration, outsourced accounting, and payroll. When you think of financial solutions, think of Leno. Local or international, company or individual, Leno can help. Our team of skilled professionals has the experience and expertise needed for you to strive. Your goals are our goals and our priority. Leno will guide you to the right financial solution with the knowledge, resources, and support you need. Give us a call at 242-396-3225 or email us at info@lenobahamas.com to get started. Visit our website, www.lenobahamas.com, for more information today. Leno, your bridge to the future.
Focal Holdings Limited is proud of its consistent growth and the financial success it continues to bring to many Bahamians who invest in the company. Focal is committed to ensuring optimal financial performance for its shareholders. Focal's leadership remains focused on superior customer service and operational excellence across all sectors. Focal, fueling growth for people.
And welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. Happy Independence, Bahamas. We're continuing to celebrate our 50th independence, and we're here at the Nassau Cruise Port in downtown New Providence. Such a wonderful and colorful morning. We've got people moving up and down. I can smell independence on the breeze. Thank you for sticking with us. My name is Mark Daniels.
And I'm Gabrielle Gardner, and I hope you're having a fabulous 50th Independence Day.
A fabulous 50th. Yes, independence on the breeze.
Well,
it's
you know,
a thing.
Since I said fabulous 50th, and I'm obviously not in my colors, I want y'all to know that I wore my flamingos today.
Oh, the
as
fabulous
my
50th
homage
flamingos.
to our national symbol. So yes, just consider me
There you go.
the flamingo today.
Pink flamingo in. Right? You know, and I'm rocking my Bahamian color dashiki. If you want to find us, go to African Outfitters in Madeira Plaza. They got all the gear for you, all the Bahamian colors, you know, for Independence. Because Independence going past today. It's going all week. Rest of the year, we're doing 50th celebrations. We're so happy you stuck with us. It was a great first half of the show. It's a wonderful environment. And I'm so excited for what we got coming up. We're still going to talk with Ed Fields about the state-of-the-art Amphitheater here at the Cruise Port.
And we're going to check out the art exhibition at the Gallery and Wine Bar. But first, let's take a second look at weather with Godfrey Burnside.
Independence weather.
Weather at Sunrise, brought to you by NUA, the hands-on agency.
Thank you, Gabrielle, and good morning, Bahamas. In your second look at weather at Sunrise, your tropical weather update this morning. The tropics remain quiet, and tropical cyclone formation expected during the next 7 days. Weak high pressure pattern continues to be the dominant feature across the islands. And there are going to be some hot temperatures, humid conditions. One or two showers by afternoon for the most part. Still have some lingering Sahara ducks across the island, so that will suppress most of that activity. In your marine forecast today, winds south to southwest at 10 knots or less. Seas 1 to 3 feet in northwest Bahamas. East to southeast at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet over the central and southeastern islands. On Tuesday, the winds southerly at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet northwest Bahamas, continuing east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet over the central Bahamas, 15 knots, sea 3 to 5 feet over the southeastern islands. Then on Wednesday, those southerly winds continue in the northwest Bahamas, 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet, east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet over the central Bahamas, 15 knots, sea 3 to 5 feet over the southeastern islands. Your tides. You can expect a low tide at 8:30 this morning. Next high tide will be at 2:53 this afternoon. Low again tonight at 9:13. Sunset 8:02 this evening. Rising was 6:27. UV index 9. Your water temperature 84 degrees Fahrenheit. And your moon phase last quarter. As you go to the week, that weak high pressure will be the dominant feature for the most part, and some Sahara dust mixed in with that particular high pressure. So hot temperatures, humid conditions. 1 or 2 showers by afternoon, maybe a thunderstorm. The temperature daytime will be in the lower 90s, at nighttime in the upper 70s. That puts a wrap on your final look at weather at Sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to the show.
Another exciting venue to explore at the new Nassau Cruise Port is the Gallery and Wine Bar. Legendary Bahamian artist and sculptor Antonius Roberts is the curator of the gallery.
This space has the ability to be multidimensional, multi-purpose. We are hopeful that we will have musicians in here, small concerts that can hold up to 100, maybe 150 people, jazz, very intimate. And also we can really accommodate very large scale paintings. And if you pan behind me, you see a John Cox, very expansive piece. That is what is so unique about this space. And also, I guess, what is unique about the space and what is, I feel, unique to the Bahamas is that this is a space that is actually ran by artists. I'm blessed to be the curator of the space, the founder of the space, and Alex is managing the space, and so and we are bringing our friends, our associates, our community into the space, because this space is really truly for Bahamians. We are mindful of the tourists, but we are also so excited that we have an opportunity to bring what is uniquely Bahamian into such a space like this.
The concept behind the Gallery and Wine Bar is to be a space that pairs fine art along with fine wine, but also be a space that welcomes all types of different artists to take up space within this space and share their form of expressivity, no matter what it is.
The exhibition Love of Country is currently on display and is a collaboration between Roberts and John Cox.
This exhibition is called Love of Country. And the reason why it is called Love of Country, whether people appreciate it or not, I'm here, I'm doing this because of the love of country. And John Cox, I dare say, is doing what he's doing at the current because of the love of country. And if we don't do it, somebody else is going to do it. And so we figure, we've been having conversations, and we figure that this exhibition should be about the love of country in celebration of the 50th anniversary. And this is just an example as to how far we have come in the Bahamas, in the creative community, how far the creative community has come within the last 50 years. And so this work is celebrating love, is celebrating indigenous wood, silk cotton wood, Madeira wood. These are things that are indigenous to the Bahamas. And his paintings, this is how much I love you. There's no accident that his work's in here, because we want people to know that this is how much we love this country. And so therefore, we step out of our studios, we become very much engaged in trying to create opportunities and develop platforms so that other Bahamians from the creative community can stand on the platforms.
Special events, classes, and art tours will be a part of the experience.
The types of events that we expect to happen here would be pop-ups from different types of local creatives that come and display their art classes, live poetry nights, music events. Those are just some of the types of events that we expect to happen here. The art classes, we hope, would take place in the foreseeable future, probably like 1 or 2 months from now. We're still in the programming stages, but we would hope that it could not only bounce off of the art that we have in the gallery on display, but also different types of art that's just going to keep young creatives engaged in order for them to be able to express themselves and just collaborate together.
I am privileged to be the owner and have set up and developed Hillside House for over 10 years. And one of the events that's popular at Hillside House is tours. But in addition to tours, we also are interested in having classes or having experiences. And so we're going to have to activate this space as best as we can. And when I say activate the space, I'm not just talking about the gallery space, I'm talking about the port space. You know, we put some orchid on the trees on the outside. We are marking our territory, as it were, because we would love for what happens within the gallery space to spill over into other spaces. And like I said, it is important for us to have tours, so persons who are coming off the ship, if they like what's happening, if they want to learn a lot more, then they can gather here, and then we can take them within less than a mile radius to see all of the wonderful creative spaces that exist. But in addition to that, I mean, we can expose them to our young creatives through affording them the opportunity to take classes with some of our local artists, and also affording Bahamians an opportunity to come within this environment and take classes as well.
All artists are welcome.
This space will be a platform for other Bahamian artists, not only to display their work, but any type of collaborative idea that they want to bring forward. We are open to the exploration of what that could become, like hosting art classes maybe, or whatever you feel like you could bring to the space creatively. We would love for you to come in and we can explore that idea together.
We wanted to send a message that this space is not just for hanging art, but it's an interactive space. So how do I see more artists in the space? It is truly up to them as well. We envision what the space can be. We are hoping that the community embraces the space, and we're hoping that having this unique wine bar in the space also create an opportunity for to establish and create a community where people feel they can come in, have a drink, have a conversation, and also attract writers as well, because it's important for our writers to be able to tell our stories. So this space provides us with an opportunity to actually do all that we've been talking about for a very long time, and not to do it in isolation. We have approximately 30,000 people plus. I hear there are going to be more. I don't know. I don't understand the tourism business, but we're going to make sure that those who are coming into our shores through this cruise port have an opportunity to be exposed to what is happening in the Bahamas in terms of the creative community. But we are not also focused on what is happening in this space. We are definitely mindful that it's important, because this might be the first kind of introduction to Bahamian art for many. We want them to understand what is going on, or also have a little snippet as to what is happening at the National Art Gallery of the Bahamas, what is happening at the Diagla Foundation, what is happening at 66, and also what is happening at Bahamar, at the Current, or what is happening at Turn Gallery, because we have approximately, I would say, about 10 independent creative commercial art gallery spaces in Nassau alone. And I think it is important for all of us, all right, for all of us to understand that we need to work together so that we can show that there's a lot more to the Bahamas than sun, sand, and sea.
Bahamians are encouraged to come out and engage with the gallery and the cruise port.
It's important for Bahamians to come out and see, so that they can see for themselves and make up their own minds as to how they want to engage or not. And but it is important for us to take advantage of the opportunities to be in places like this, places that are properly planned, and hopefully places that that are clean, and places that that really just focus on things Bahamian. When I walk through this port and I go down, even down to the hair braiders, and walk all the way, there's a sense of pride, because everywhere I look, I see Bahamians, I see Bahamian products, I see young entrepreneurs, and I can't say the same when I walk down Bay Street. Bay Street has become something totally different. But what I'm seeing here provides me with some sort of hope. But I would say to Bahamians, it is important for you to come on out and experience this space. All right, don't separate yourself, because this place is open to you. So hopefully come on and bring some of that Bahamian energy into the space, all right? And let's help us create this sense of place that makes this place, and then can help to make this place one of the most unique spaces, not only in the Bahamas, but in the Caribbean.
What do you want from a cloud solution? You want flexibility and edge? You want to modernize applications with the ability to deliver new ones with lightning speed. You want an infrastructure that's automated, secure, cost-effective, and scalable. You want to give the end user the freedom they want with the control you need. You can't get all that from just any cloud. You need something better. You need Bahamas Cloud. Contact the experts today at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Islands.
I used to think of the bank as my personal ATM machine. If I wanted a new car, new furniture, a weekend trip to Miami, no problem, just max out the credit card or top up my loan. I was a big baller until I realized that 75% of my salary was going to pay back all those loans. Fidelity's personal financial coaching was the best solution. Fidelity gave me a plan with a debt consolidation loan that has a built-in savings that pays 5% interest. I now only have one low monthly payment plus money in my pocket. Give Fidelity Bank a call at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit any of Fidelity's locations or visit a website at fidelitygroup.com.
Welcome back. The exciting transformation here at the Nassau Cruise Port included this 3,500 person capacity amphitheater. It's such a beautiful space. And here to tell us more about it is Ed Fields. He's the Director of Business Development for the Nassau Cruise Port. Good morning and welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Morning, Mark.
We're so happy to be here. There's lots of activity going on. It's dead early, but first, happy Independence to you.
Happy Independence Year.
And, we
always great to be up this early.
Exactly. And, we have guests coming off of the cruise ships there around celebrating independence with us. There's a buzz going on downtown. There's a buzz on the island. So we're so excited to be here with you. Firstly, give us your view on the entire revitalization of the port and how the amphitheater fits into this development.
Well, obviously, the port is the gateway for a very significant amount of our tourism product. So we're very happy that we can now boast probably the premier facility in this region. We can get up to, as you know, over 30,000 at peak, 30,000 passengers in any given day. And so, the Bahamas being the #1 tourist destination in the region really is deserved of having ports of entry that represent that.
And, in terms of the bigger picture of downtown, how important is this port area to the entire revitalization of the downtown area?
Well, every major, redevelopment or revitalization requires a catalyst. And you couldn't get more bigger of a catalyst than this. So we're very hopeful. In fact, it is more or less planned for this to spill into the rest of Bay Street. Yeah. And obviously, like we saw in the 90s when Atlantis came in, once you see this type of development, a newer confidence is achieved, and people feel the need to put in more investment into their existing product. And so we hope to see that as well.
And we can already see some signs of it. Things are changing downtown, and we love that. And we look forward to the continual revitalization. So tell us about some of the features of this amphitheater that sits behind us.
Well, the bottom line is it's, as you said, a 3,500 standing capacity facility. But when you look at the total perimeter, it actually can hold, the area can hold a lot more, probably up to 4,000 or 5,000 people. We're very happy about it. We want it to become like the Red Rock or the Hollywood Bowl of the Bahamas. Obviously, it's a different scale, but we believe it'll become an iconic feature in the Bahamian entertainment scene. And we also look forward to how it will impact the development of local talent.
And so speaking of local talent, you've had a few concerts here already. Tell us about some of the musicians that have performed on this stage.
Well, we've had the grand opening, and then we had an opening for the general public. We've had D-Mac and a lot of local musicians. And at the opening for the general public, we had the Jazz Cats, which featured Gifton Gellan, who's up and coming, but not up and coming, I think he's already there. Trumpet player. Protege of Wynton Marsalis, and so we're going to be able to do all sorts of things that we have in the works, featuring not only local entertainment that we know, but local entertainment that's recognized internationally as well as international acts.
It's such a beautiful structure and a wonderful atmosphere, but I'm most impressed with the lawn. This grass looks like we can come here, stretch out a blanket, have yourselves a picnic. Is that what this is for?
Yeah, I mean, when we did our jazz concert, we literally said to people, bring your chairs and blankets. And, I got to be honest, I was quite surprised at how many people came with their chairs strapped over their shoulders and their blankets ready to just relax, Right.
Yeah, we've been checking out some of the stores here in the plaza. We've had ourselves some coffee and gelato this morning, been looking at some of the souvenir items that are there. Definitely a wonderful environment. Can private groups rent out this area?
Yeah, definitely. We have other space as well. Like today, we're having the opening of the Junketing Museum, and that's going to be, they're using that space. But certainly, our first private booking is July 29th. Leah Davis's group, they're doing the One Blood concert she always does. So definitely this is available for local use by local promoters and others who want to rent the space for functions.
Perfect. And what do you have to say to our viewers and other locals out here about using this space and coming and visiting this facility?
Come and enjoy. Just come walk around. Lots of churches around after Sunday. Come enjoy, get an ice cream cone. Like I said, we'll soon have 3 wonderful food and beverage opportunities. Open up from Bamboo Shack to Chef Simeon Hall's Preacher's Kid. And there's going to be some wonderful offerings that you can grab something to eat and sit down on a bench and just relax and just take it easy.
I think I'm going to take your advice and I'm going to hang around here all day. First, I need some gelato because it's definitely hot out here, and get some Bamboo Shack once they're open up. There's other restaurants here, and you also get a chance to interact with people that are visiting.
Exactly.
I think a big part of what the draw is to downtown is visitors get to interact with Bahamians in a Bahamian space. So locals are encouraged to come down, enjoy the space, enjoy the amphitheater, look out for events, and look out for bigger and better things from the board.
Yeah, we're gonna be very soon producing a calendar, so that you will know that this is the Port Nassau calendar, and when you're looking for something to do, you just check that calendar and see what's on stage.
Perfect. And we're looking forward to those events. I'll be here laying out on your grass. I come in with the blanket and all the children.
All right.
And looking forward to more events. Thank you for joining us this morning, Mr. Fields.
No problem.
And thank you for this amphitheater. We love it.
We're proud of it.
We'll be back.
Take care.
Thank you so much. You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back. Happy Independence!
One thing, two things. Little thing, old things, things that are small, things that are grand, things that fit just right into the palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
Well, that is it for us today. We have had a fantastic episode of Bahamas at Sunrise, celebrating our 50th year
Our
of
50th
independence
birthday.
as a nation. This is a huge milestone. We are so excited that you woke up dead early to be with us this morning, and we hope that your holiday is filled with lots of food, lots of fun, and celebrating with family.
And lots of beach. Don't forget, we're going to see you on the beach. Let's go now. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. And happy 50th Independence again, Bahamas. Enjoy it to the fullest. See you on Friday.
Independence
Morning. Y'all ain't know about this tune. It's like a what?
It's like a baby born in. Wow.